Well, we knew Jessica Jones was returning for Season 2 of Daredevil Born Again, but could Krysten Ritter's character be here to stay? Well, a new report seems to indicate Marvel might be actually considering giving Jessica Jones her own series. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about this report, where she could show up, and why this series really is exactly what Marvel Studios needs. Well, quite honestly, Krysten Ritter's return as Jessica Jones in the MCU has been something that has been rumored for a really long time. When we found out Daredevil was coming back, it was basically one of the top discussions, and when we got confirmation Jon Bernthal was coming back, well, the door was open and we were all waiting to see her show up. Now, clearly she didn't show up for Season 1, but we do know for a fact she will be reprising her role in Season 2, and there's set pictures to prove it. Now, her original show on Netflix ran for 3 seasons, and honestly, I kind of enjoyed all 3, but many fans were fairly disappointed with how the series closed out. And although we were left with that vibe, it was always super clear fans wanted Ritter back, and more importantly, Ritter wanted to continue to play the role. Now, at this point, we don't know how much she will be in Daredevil Born Again, but based on the number of pictures we've gotten from set, I suspect she'll have a role at least as big as Bernthal's was in Season 1, if not significantly larger. Now, this is where the new part of the story comes in, and this update comes via Daniel Richtman. Now, we always like to say this isn't Marvel Studios or Kevin Feige, or for Marvel TV, Brad Winderbaum, so we're going to take it with a grain of salt. But Dan's reputation stands on its own, and his reporting is pretty solid. Now, what he is saying is that Marvel Studios is currently developing a new Jessica Jones television series. How far in development, we don't know at this point. But if it moves forward, likely very much hinges on how fans respond to her returning in Season 2 of Daredevil. Now, this comes after Richtman also claimed that Marvel Television plans to focus on street-level, grounded stories very similar to Netflix, and the big events are going to be saved for the movies, as will the characters typically associated with the Avengers. So, very unlikely Sam Mackey's Captain America shows up in one of these projects. Now, if you think about what Brad Winderbaum has said, a Jessica Jones television series makes a ton of sense. Remember, he told us these projects are going to be annual, and Jessica is definitely a grounded street-level hero that doesn't lean into the fantastical. This means producing a show that's released every year. That's what Daredevil's doing, and that's what Marvel Television is doing in the future. Well, it fits into that mold very nicely, and are definitely the kind of stories that Marvel can tell in a contained universe without them trickling over into other parts of the MCU, all while set in a very familiar world. Now, we do know Season 2 of Daredevil Born Again should be coming our way next March, just like Season 1 released this March, and I highly suspect we are going to see some really interesting stuff. Not only do I think Krysten Ritter will return, I suspect Jon Bernthal, and we've talked many times about the reports of how Mike Coulter, aka Luke Cage, and Finn Jones, aka Iron Fist, have both been in New York teasing an appearance in the series while the series is currently shooting. So don't be surprised if some other very familiar Netflix faces find their way into Season 2. We're going to watch Jessica Jones pretty closely. I'm a huge fan of Krysten Ritter, and I am super excited about her potential return. If she gets her own series, well, we're going to have to wait and see. Before we take off, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. We do daily Marvel and DC news, and we want to bring you all the news truthfully and transparently, so you're really in the know.